With all the hype and pressure surrounding high-profile red carpet events, last-minute wardrobe malfunctions are bound to happen. But some celebrities have proven time and time again that even if there is a fashion mishap, it's nothing that some needle and thread can't fix.
What should we call this? The Central Park saga?
I dare say this is a TV moment.
And while we may not be there for some of these red carpet moments, we're definitely here for cost-effective ways to attend other events. And if you like live events, check out SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order. Number 1. Kylie Jenner. The Kylie Cosmetics founder is no newbie when it comes to rocking skin-tight outfits. But there are times when things are a little too tight. Last June, Kylie looked stunning while wearing a green Jean Paul Gaultier dress for the 72nd annual Parsons benefit. The hang-up, on the other hand, was actually getting Kylie into the dress that wouldn't fit over her chest. She turned to TikTok to share the eventful day and even gave her fans a sneak peek of what her styling process was. And in this case, it involved trying to stand as still as possible while a seamstress carefully stitched the top of her dress together. And they did such a good job, you couldn't even tell there were any issues with the dress to begin with. Number 2. Kim Kardashian. In typical Anna Wintour fashion, this year's 2022 Met Gala went off without a hitch. But there was one small problem, well, not so small in this case, with Kim's dress. For the star-studded event, she wore a dress that was once owned by the iconic late Marilyn Monroe. Don't get us wrong, she looked great, but Marilyn's dress just wouldn't fit over her curvy figure. And that had to have been frustrating, seeing as how she just dropped 16 pounds in only 3 weeks to even fit into the dress. Eventually, her glam team was able to fit the dress over Kim's butt, but they still weren't able to zip it up. Even though some fans were upset about Kim's decision to wear and make alterations to such a historic dress, it all worked out in the end after deciding to use string to hold it in place and later leave the dress open in the back and covering it with a gorgeous Marilyn-esque coat. Number 3. Olivia Munn. We all had our jaws on the ground during the 2018 Met Gala when Olivia showed up donning a gold chainmail gown that was custom-made by H&M. She absolutely worked that red carpet, but not before having a little setback right before arriving at the ball. Literal minutes before stepping onto the red carpet, Olivia's team had to make some last-minute alterations and sew her into her dress. She later talked to Bazaar about the malfunction and told the fans, "I was in a spinster van on the way here and had to be sewn into this. It's all chainmail, so if something pops, I'd be in trouble." Number 4. Gina Rodriguez. Big publicized events can be stressful, and sometimes there's just no getting around that. But every now and then, those stressful moments make for some interesting memories. In 2020, Gina told people that she remembered a hectic red carpet event she went to, and luckily, she had a glam team ready to help. The Jane the Virgin star couldn't really fit into her dress, and later stated, "Instead of using the zipper, my stylist just sewed me in. She was like, 'This is what's happening,' 10 minutes before I left the house." But honestly, after so many infamous wardrobe malfunctions that celebrities have had, that's probably a pretty good go-to solution. Number 5. Kourtney Kardashian. As it turns out, Kim wasn't the only Kardashian who had to deal with some major wardrobe reworking during this year's Met Gala. Kourtney made her debut this year as she attended the event with her fiancé, Travis Barker. The two wore stunning Tom Brown ensembles. But there was an issue with Kourtney's skirt. On her Poosh blog, she mentioned that she actually had to have her skirt sewn onto her while she was in a van on her way to the event. According to Kourtney, the Tom Brown team had to finish sewing up a few details on my skirt, and they literally sewed until the moment I had to step out onto the carpet. At least we can say that her first Met Gala appearance was definitely a memorable one. Number 6. Kate Middleton. We know that Hollywood celebrities have to make a ton of appearances. But when you're a member of the royal family, there's seemingly no end to them. And for that reason, the Duchess of Cambridge has been known to have a few tricks up her sleeve to avoid any wardrobe malfunctions, and to make sure that the fabric of her skirt sticks to her legs instead of flying up and potentially having an unwanted Marilyn Monroe moment. She may not necessarily be sewn into her dress, but she has small lead curtain weights sewn into the hem of her skirts to keep them weighted down when she makes an important appearance. The same apparently goes for Queen Elizabeth herself. Number 7. Bella Hadid. This probably comes as no surprise, but when you're one of the most well-known fashion models in the business, you're probably not new to being sewn into an outfit or two. And even though that can be a great way to make sure that there aren't any clothing mishaps on the red carpet, it's not always the most fun to deal with. Bella wore an Alexander Wang beaded bodysuit for the 2017 Met Gala and looked stunning. She mentioned that the suit was actually pretty comfortable, but there was one small issue. She told Harper's Bazaar, "I was sewn in from the top. I put my foot in the wrong part of the leotard at one point, so I had to take it off and put it back on again." Number 8. Kendall Jenner. If the Met Gala is fashion's biggest night, then New York Fashion Week has got to be a pretty close runner-up. And in 2017, the high-profile event was a big deal for Kendall, who was named Fashion Icon of the Decade that year during the event. But of course, things didn't go as smoothly as they appeared to be. Kendall later revealed in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that there had actually been a mishap before she went on stage. She stated, "My dress broke. The whole zipper came undone, so Marnie sewed me in." Number 9. Chrissy Teigen. When the gorgeous model and TV personality showed up to the 2016 Oscars while pregnant with her daughter, she was glowing. Similar to Kendall Jenner and Bella Hadid, Chrissy knows all too well what the behind-the-scenes of photo shoots and red carpet events is like. So it makes sense that for her, being sewn into a dress for an award show is just part of the deal. For the event, she posted a photo of herself being sewn into her dress and simply captioned her Instagram post, "Oscars belly." And we love to see it. Number 10. Lindsay Lohan. There's nothing like going down memory lane and seeing photos of your old fashion ensembles from years ago. And that's exactly what Lindsay Lohan did for Vogue's Life in Looks series. In a video posted to Vogue's YouTube channel, Lindsay went through some of her most iconic fashion looks from The Parent Trap to Mean Girls, all the way to her latest Netflix project, Falling for Christmas. She mentioned that in 2006, she wore a Versace gown to that year's Vanity Fair Oscar party, and she had to get sewn into it. She stated in the video, "I had to stand there and they had to stitch the back of the dress onto me because it was so delicate and dainty."
And I was nervous to kind of move around in it, so I sat most of the night.
Number 11. Emmy Rossum. It seems that there's a common theme here when it comes to zipper malfunctions and award shows that apparently the two go hand in hand. And that was the case for the shameless actress as well during the 2014 Tony Awards. She spoke openly about having to be sewn into her dress at the last minute, but she seemed to have a good sense of humor about the whole thing. She told InStyle, "It's actually a don't ask, don't tell situation. Something must be in retrograde." Number 12. Anne Hathaway. There's a ton that goes into Met Gala ensembles and making sure that the gowns that people wear are in great condition, free from wrinkles, and fit like a glove. But even with all the preparation and strategy in the world, it's not always enough. Just ask Anne Hathaway, who had a wardrobe malfunction at the 2014 Met Gala. The culprit for Anne's dress breaking? Anne having to sneeze. We know the audacity. She explained the situation in an interview with Stephen Colbert.
We pulled over, went to a hotel, they found a seamstress, she sewed me into it.
After successfully being sewn into her dress, she finally arrived at the event just minutes before Rihanna was set to walk onto the red carpet. Needless to say, she hurried up the Met Gala steps to make the way for the Fenty Beauty founder and all-around icon. Number 13. Mindy Kaling. The hilarious and talented actress had quite a time in 2018 during the premiere of Ocean's 8. When the Mindy Project alum was set to make her appearance, you guessed it, wardrobe malfunction. But in typical Mindy Kaling fashion, she made light of the situation and shared her mishap on her Instagram page. In the photo, she's being sewn into her dress and even captioned the photo, "Post-panic, mid-sew-in, pre-Ocean's 8 premiere. Is it really a red carpet without a wardrobe malfunction?" And to be honest, we're starting to wonder the same thing. But everything worked out perfectly in the end because, well, look at her. She looked stunning. Number 14. Mariah Carey. Not much can ruin a performance by Mariah Carey because, let's be real, there aren't many people who can compete with her vocals. But as iconic as she may be, there is one thing that's been known to put a halt to a performance: a dress popping open when you least expect it. In 2013, when she was set to perform on Good Morning America, the singer's Versace dress did just that before they cut to commercials. Eventually, a stylist came to sew up the back of her dress for her, but not before she hilariously stated,
I love you, Donatella, but it popped, darling.
Number 15. Marilyn Monroe. Funny enough, Kim wasn't the only one to have a wardrobe malfunction in Marilyn's historic dress. The late actress originally had the dress made for her 60 years ago in 1962 when she sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" for John F. Kennedy at Madison Square Garden. And ironically, Marilyn also had to be sewn into the dress mere seconds before her curtain call. Seeing as how the dress was literally built for an icon and featured over 6,000 hand-sewn crystals, it comes as no surprise that Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum coughed up a whopping $4.8 million for the dress at an auction in 2016 before loaning it to Kim Kardashian this year. Honestly, what are the odds?
I don't think they believe me. I don't think they believe that I was gonna do it.
Well, we're glad that our favorite celebs have been able to pull off these looks despite their wardrobe malfunctions. We've got to give it up for the assistants, seamstresses, and tailors that made all of these moments possible, and who also just happen to have a needle and thread available. What are your thoughts on today's video? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more videos just like this one. Bye for now!